Hi guys, welcome back to the Not At Me podcast. Today we have two new lovely ladies on the podcast. I think they should introduce themselves.
I'm Musime Arena, I'm at MOOBS and I'm doing accounting.
Hello, my name is Nisha Kankunda. I'm also doing the same course as my friend, accounting, and I'm in my second year.
Then there's us, which is vibes.
That is cool. So today's topic is dating right now, waste of time. Right now, not meaning like right now, but like in this age bracket, is dating in this age bracket a waste of time. So like you guys did us. What do you think about it?
Right now, in this age bracket. You say the 21?
Way to expose me to my sugar mommy.
Sorry.
No, it's okay, yes.
But to my side, yes, I don't think. Yeah, it's kind of a waste of time on my end. Maybe.
Who broke you? Tell
No,
us.
I'm not breaking.
Okay.
People don't break people.
People don't break people. Speak for yourself.
No, like
Break
if you let that get to you, that's when they break you. But I don't believe if you actually.
If you don't give someone the power to break it,
that's not a concept I believe is there. But right now, I believe if you to start dating, first of all, it takes a lot of time until your schedule, whatever you're doing with your life. It's something you have to be emotionally ready for. You have to give it.
Don't you believe like love just falls in love? Like you know, you listen
So
to
what
I
is
think
that?
that
Boy
moves
meets
it.
girls,
You
girls, they have books.
yeah, exactly. And you
Eye
pick up.
contact.
I contact. Yeah.
But for me, I feel it's different for boys than it is for girls. For guys right now, it's not something that a guy. Okay, me, it's not something I would like prioritize. You get, but for girls,
You would not
I
prioritize
feel
dating.
yeah. But for girls, I
What do
feel
you
like
prioritize?
relax. Let me come.
In that aspect, I'm just saying. In that aspect, what do you prioritize?
Let me talk. So I was saying that for guys right now, I don't think dating is it. But for girls, I feel like girls right now should date.
Should? What does should mean?
No, because girls at this age are like at the peak of their powers.
What is?
Honestly speaking, like
So men speak, continue, but women speak.
no, not continue. But men speak comes later. Like when you're like 30 years and what, and you have like
Peak is a state of mind. You can be peak at 60, peak at 30. Okay, for me, the only problem with that one is a double standard. It's the fact that guys expect that women speaks die faster. I don't think that's true. I've seen, people say that women age fast. That's the biggest bullshit I've ever had. I've seen guys age way faster. Look at me. I look way older than I actually am. So,
it's not about that. But
So what is it?
What does a person who is at campus say? Like if you were to date a guy, would you date someone who's at campus? But there's some qualities that you would require.
let's hear what she has to say.
Let's hear Arena tell us something.
Well, I had two answers. If it's dating within this kind of period, like you guys have just finished, I feel like it's kind of a waste of time. But like for a girl, you can get married at any point. So right now can be.
But it's easier for you to get.
I want
It's
to
easier
counter.
for you
I want to
to.
counter. This is my example. Jay, I'm sorry because I love you, but I'm going to say an example. My sister met her boyfriend when she was in Form 4 VAC. The age gap between my sister and her man is 1 year. He's 24, 25, probably making 24. She's 25. She's making 24 this year. So, they started dating then. And those guys have been together non-stop. Those guys have probably the most genuine shit I've ever seen. Do you know why? They found what they wanted in a period where there was so much temptation.
Those are the lucky ones.
Let me finish. Where there was a lot of temptation. And when, in your prime, when a guy is in his prime and all the girls, floating for him, he was at that age and he still chose her, only her. And maybe that's the reason now that they're done, they're older, their thing can't be easily broken because they had each other at a time where they were the most desired and they still stood by it. This is my concept. If you find something genuine, even if you meet, I've met so many who met each other at 15 years old.
Oh,
You understand what I'm saying? When you say the concept of dating is irrational based on an age bracket, I don't think it's true. I think keep your heart open. If something comes and if it feels right, try. Because what if you try and what if it works out? That's just my opinion.
No, but sometimes it's like programmed to fail. Like some level. You get it? Like there are very few high school relationships that made it past.
What if you're one of the few?
I know how many people. Don't you know there were many people who are dating, but right now guys don't even talk. But now that's what I'm saying, that guys have to wait until, okay, not wait, but for things to become serious, they have to wait until they have reached like a certain.
Now, let me tell you my only problem with that. Me, I feel like when a girl reaches a certain age and a guy reaches a certain age, like you see the problem with men, especially when it starts getting money. Yeah, at first he want to go to that, but then he'll feel the need to provide. You feel reach a point where he feels like, okay, now I need to get some. Then the mom will be like, when are you getting me a music? Blah blah blah. The girl also, I feel like girls get to depression. Like she reaches 26, 27, and she's like, bro, I've attended like 3 weddings of my girls. I need to get married. I mean, you know, my only fear with that, if we reach that point, this is what's going to happen. For me, I'm going to feel like we're going to settle for each other. The girl is going to look for a stable man who is providing, and the guy is going to look for a beautiful woman who has the feminine features that he's looking for. And such relationships can't last into like that. That's why you hear.
But don't you think that they can be pure love in that intention?
That's tolerance. You're going to end up spending 40 years of your year.
But let me tell you, by the time a girl reaches like 39, 40, you're not get married or something like that, it's easier for a guy who's 40 years to get married than a girl who's 40 years to get married. Honestly.
Which is bullshit, in my opinion.
Which is also bullshit in my opinion.
You know, but let's do this. We've given our masculine view. Let's hear what they have to say about it.
What I think the main thing that drives this whole dating experience, first of all, is pressure. Mostly on the women's side, you know. I'm not going to get my degree and then I decide I want to do masters and then maybe go abroad and study, and my mom is like, you know, or like everyone will be giving this pressure of no one is coming to your aim, no one is. But I could be prioritizing a few things that I believe I want for myself, you know. And luckily, right, these days there are people who understand that. You'll find a man who is like, honey, you need to study, I'm with you. I also have to finish this end. Let's take our time.
You know, I feel like we need to have that conversation, because I feel like for so long, women put their dreams on hold for us. You feel? Because I see these things, the guys, he already studied, he went abroad, he finished his master's, he has actually achieved his pursuits. But those days, you know, the woman had to wait. I mean, there were years in like America where literally a woman stayed home for 2 years while the man was at home. Yeah, but now things are different. Women can go to work. Women can go become aerospace engineers. They can go on to do great things. So I suppose before even tackle this whole relationship thing, we need to come to the realization that, you know, no one's putting their dreams on hold for you anymore. So
not even that, it should be like we are both growing together, you get. I wouldn't want to have a particular skill, you guys. Let me tell you. For men, it's so nice that they're very handy. He can fix a screen, the remote is there, he'll be like, opens the batteries, checks if something is wrong, right? If anything is wrong, he'll be like, please help me out. I'm not going to believe I can, but imagine these couples that take on goals together, you get. They're like, if I'm doing engineering, why don't you try this, you know? If not that, I believe we can both share something that could go into something nice. But right now, when you try to really date at this time, I'm going to talk about the time, there's so much going on, really. A lot is going on. Most people are going too far, can I say? I don't want to be rude, but there are times where you see people giving too much. You're saying you can open your heart. It's okay to always have.
Is it when they're giving unrequited love? Like when they're giving more than they're receiving?
Maybe that, but I want to give it in a sense of like, those times when we're talking about how someone cannot break you. Tolerance, right? You get to meet someone. You've said love, it falls on you, right? Finds me that day. I pick my book, I see this guy, I'm like, man, what's your name? He's like, Manzi. I'm like, okay. We could maybe not get to know each other. But I don't know what I'm expecting, right? They say you go with all your heart, you go with all your take. I get there, probably Manzi hits me 1 or 2 times, right? But I'm like, Please make flowers. Oh, I'm the one hitting Manzi. Because these days it's also the other way around. You can't tell me that chicks that don't hit their guys, you get. So we tend to say it's tolerance, it's love, but there is no love if at the end of the day you always sit back and be like, am I in the right place?
But my argument is that right now, the caliber at which women want to date, the type of man that the women want to date right now, it's unfair, you get it? Like
Goes both ways.
Yeah?
Goes both ways.
Exactly.
No, but you see, exactly, that's the problem. That's what I'm saying. It goes both ways. The guy wants this girl, like, there's this picture everyone has.
The one he watches in porn, basically. That's the example people are saying that people.
Like, I mean, even though she has had 5 kids, she should be snatched.
She should be snatched.
Mwah, you know, there's
No, my 5 kids are like your 5 kids.
No, it's an example. Like, no acne, like.
I mean, perfect.
No, they're not like
beautiful hair that you're not paying for.
I'm not like that. What I'm saying is, girls go for like if you were to date someone, what would be like a characteristic you look in? Like, what would you want?
Is that the question you're asking?
No, I'm asking you that. Like, if you're a girl, what would you want?
Someone that is very communicative, and so we talk.
So
that's
you don't
one thing that always feels us. And girls are very emotional.
No, do you care about the
that.
status of the guy, how the person has like built themselves up, like the level at which they are right now? Do you want someone who's at the same level as you?
Yes, it is.
That's okay.
I feel like what you're saying, I understand what you're saying. This, I suppose we should be fair to not generalize. The truth is there's a vast majority of girls out there, not a vast majority, a very big number, one proportionality of women whose ideal guy is he cool? If I enter the bar, like, do people know him? Is he connected?
Oh, really?
Is he good looking?
Is that
Like,
what you guys
not
think?
you.
But honestly,
But this is facts. This is
Really?
facts for some girls.
almost girls.
I won't say most, but there's a sizable proportion of girls out there that are like this.
No, nigga, you ain't. You see it? You guys. Really?
I feel like
Also,
you think too well of your gender.
Oh my
even
God.
I'm going to be too honest. You know, when you ask me, let me tell you. Do you see the same way? If
So
you ask
girls,
me,
you think
first
they
of all,
just go for love?
first of all, not all. That's such. Let me tell you.
Even go for love. That ass will
Me right now I can't.
You see what you're saying? You see, for me, if you ask me, are there guys out there who are just looking for smash? I'll tell you it's the truth.
No, but like that's the main people of marriage, right? They'll learn to be smashed.
No,
but
but
like,
like,
you guys, no. You first, listen. First of all, that whole thing of like, there's no I would want to enter a place and every chick knows my man. I would be worried. Same thing if it was on my end, right?
No, not about knowing.
You know, like I'm topping
But-
up. Come on, let me top up, right? Erina, you tell them how could I how can you tell me that's the way most chicks want their man to be?
I didn't say most. I said a big majority of guys.
That's a big
proportion. A big proportion. Let me correct
Which
myself.
girl they want a guy who has money, who has status,
that's
who
what
has
I'm
built
saying.
himself, who has a
So you don't want a
house?
chick who has money, you don't want a chick who can push
No,
you when you need
but
her.
that chick, let me tell you right now, if you're given an option between A and B, and this guy is a high value man and he has
What is a high value man?
But you guys
No, can you-
forget,
no,
times have
that's why.
changed. I don't know why you
To
guys-
what?
Okay, you guys.
You are now. No, like it's
reset.
now two ways.
Let's reset.
two ways out.
Pause. Auntie here has speak. I really want to hear her speak.
Please be honest. Be honest, because I know what you're thinking.
Well, you guys have really gone really too deep. When I was having a wider view of it, people did for, in my opinion, for two basic reasons for me. I feel like my first reason is some people go in for experience, and a relationship is like a business. You don't just enter thinking you're going to make only profits. Obviously, you're going to rip out risks. You're going to, there's so many bad things you should expect, and also so many good stuff. So you shouldn't exactly go there thinking you're going to get all the good
Man
stuff.
is in fairy tales. Those things.
I absolutely
He can't. In his relationships, nothing goes bad.
No. Guys, let's get over
That's what you say.
This is what I said. For me, I believe that if it is real love, the spark doesn't die. It's just my opinion. I think that if you genuinely love someone, people use we're a flow generation because for me I think we use the word loves like rubbish. But if you are in love with someone, if we understand the magnitude of that word, if you tell me it's fading because of love, I'll stand by that word till the day I die. I'm sorry, guys.
Anyway,
Let her finish.
as I was saying, it's an investment, should I say. You have to, I feel like before I used to be like, oh my goodness, I only want to date someone I know I'm going to like legit get married to. I had such a stereotype and I laugh at myself when I think about it, like, why was I so dumb? Sometimes you need to date so that you get experience and also find out what you want in someone. You don't just go there and think, oh my goodness, I want to find a rich guy. You never know, they have some.
But that's what you would go for. That's what.
No.
Some girls would go for.
Okay, not you,
Some
but
girls.
girls.
Right?
Girl. Okay.
You know, sometimes I ask myself, who the hell broke more?
What do you mean?
You're so biased, bro.
But it's not true. It's not true.
Anyway.
Honestly speaking.
Let her finish.
Isn't it that
Let her
true?
finish, bro. Continue.
Oh
Proceed.
yeah, that's my what?
That's reason why.
That's my reason. Then there are the others that go in for the numbers, like the toxic type of people who want to be like, oh my goodness, I've dated that chick, that one too. Like you do it just for a sec, and you keep on spoiling the reputation of. Okay, so exactly, and you're making
So these are the city boy, city girl characters.
exactly, you're spoiling other people. Like, if you break my heart, you're never going to see me bow down for a guy. I'm going to make sure I either do the revenge or I cut the cycle.
Women empowerment, you're like, man, I can do it on my own. I don't need no man.
Exactly. So
Those are the two categories.
the two, either the toxic ones or the ones who go there for the experience.
There's a third category.
Which one is that?
People who dream and come for their soulmates. Guys, I'm
I'm guessing
sorry.
that's you.
Yes, you guys, let me tell you.
I think you got a point of view.
Let me wait for you, man.
Sounded
No, it's
so
not even
genuine.
for my
Wait for you.
sister. It's not even for my sister, actually. All I'm going to tell you is that for me, what I genuinely believe, I cannot date for the experience. I can't do that. I can't date because I'm like, you know what? I need to feel what a relationship. I've never felt the compulsion to be like in a relationship to try. To be in a relationship to try and figure out maybe it will work. If I enter a relationship, if I'm like, I am in a relationship with this guy, now I'm gone. Now I'm on that, I want to spend the rest of my life. That's why I don't date often, genuinely, because how many girls have I dated? Will I keep asking this question? List them on that. I'm willing to allow you to list them on that podcast if you want. If they make more than two.
This holiday alone.
How many girls have I dated this holiday?
Drunk girl.
Paul is trying to.
You know everyone, Manzi's friends, you also know Manzi's.
What is bullshit?
I'm trying to say things naive.
Anyway,
Let's go.
Anyway,
But
for
honestly,
me, genuinely, that's what I think. Honestly, I feel like you have to go. If you're committing to someone, you know, people when you're in a relationship, you start these things about I love you, I miss you, good night. You don't
Onjika.
mean it. You don't mean it because you're trying out. That's not fair to the other person. Because what if they actually?
No, but
fall deep?
You find people who like words of affirmation. So
love language,
recent,
yeah?
if you ask Misha, she used to always say I love you like as a friend, but then I would always be like, okay. But then later as you like keep on getting kisses away, it makes you feel like safe. So sometimes it's not exactly a waste of time, but it's
See, I tell my boys I love them all the time. I feel like I told my boys.
Do you feel like it's a waste of
Of
time?
course not, because they're my boys.
But it's
I
weird.
love my boys.
No, the more you say it, the
Man,
more
I'm
it
just small.
doesn't.
No, but honestly, if Manzi tells me I love you,
I love you,
honestly,
Paul.
The whole is so weird.
what do you mean?
And I tell my boys I love you, but I'm sorry. I understand, but someone broke you.
They'll be like, bro, what's up? Then now.
Okay. For me, me and you. I tell
Yeah, but I know we are at a certain level of friendship, but there's some
Paul,
things
you told me you
that
love me recently. I don't even know what you're saying.
me.
Yeah.
How was I drunk?
That time you and Joe came to my friends. You said this.
This guy is making up stories. I've never told another guy that I love you.
You were drunk.
Let me
and
tell
you
you,
know
what
you
is a
speak when you're
sin?
drunk.
No one knows
Oh
what
God, you
Why?
know.
When you're drunk.
He must
No,
have
you
had
speak
his
from
moment.
your-
I don't drink.
Paul doesn't drink like that.
What?
He doesn't drink like that.
But there's nothing wrong doing like that. It's always when you're so happy and everyone's around you. You're like,
But it's weird. It really slapped me.
Very surprised.
But anyway, but it's honestly it's a weird thing. Because even like with you tell like your siblings I love you.
Of course.
Why you're weird?
What? I have one
I'm
sister
telling
in
you,
this
person
world.
that
You
you
guys-
But they're just different people. Like I said, some people love expressing it like that, you know. Every night
don't love your-
definition of checking on you.
You don't tell
like,
me you love her.
hello?
I tell you I love her like
How are
every
you?
day.
And for me, I would want to like talk.
So you don't tell your mom you love her?
It's not like
Bro.
but the thing is there, you already know that you but every time I love you.
Are you really cold?
I used
Let me
to
tell you,
think, oh my
let me
God.
tell
I
you,
used to
let me
think
tell you,
like
I
that,
think I
but
tell my
sometimes
mom.
just say it. She
If,
never.
I think I tell my mom I love her like once every 2 days or every day. I think.
You're
Genuinely.
supposed to. Like there's
She's your mom, bro.
exactly,
Anytime.
there's nothing you're losing.
Tomorrow
It's
is-
not like
So
that.
if you
tomorrow
don't
is a
tell her,
promise.
don't you love her?
No, but like.
But
tomorrow
imagine
is
you
a
told her
promise.
right now, Paul, you call her and tell her, and you see her reaction, and
Yeah,
you
but
just
it's
have to be
mom.
like, oh.
I just love you.
She even
She didn't
say
even feel shocked
something.
because you're
Yeah,
doing
but she
exactly.
sure.
But you just
No,
tell
just
her.
say.
No, but you don't understand
But
what
I-
that could do for her.
Exactly.
No, it must really be
But
parents.
I have a feeling it's mostly because the parents are the aunts. Okay, like for me personally, I don't remember until she doesn't, but I obviously know. She does stuff, like I clearly know she loves me, but she doesn't exactly say it. So it's a reason I said learning that maybe sometimes just say it, just put it out there, see what comes out.
That's I get, but still,
Then
it
try
doesn't,
it, try
it
it.
doesn't make sense to me. That makes sense to me to
Someone
repeat
broke your
it.
heart.
No,
Let's go back on
never.
track. Let's go back
But,
on track. Back
okay.
on track. Back on track. So where are we again? We're at. Some people think it's important. Some people think it's not. Paul thinks dating is rubbish overall.
I don't think it's right. I said dating is
There
not.
are too many toxic girls out there. That's what you said.
Okay, yeah.
With the
And the
boys.
toxic boys.
But
Because then you can't have one person, so it's a pair.
no, but okay, but in it's what do girls want? Eh? Like what girls want make people like want to reach a certain level. Because I would want to be, I would want by the time I date someone, I would want to be able to like do things for the person.
Likewise, that's what we've been telling even me. I would want to provide for you, get you a suit on your birthday, take you out on your birthday. Let me tell
You see,
you,
you talk a lot about high value men.
I've
I
just-
never considered that they are high value women as well.
Exactly, like we are both reciprocating. You can't tell me you do shit from January to December and you're not doing this.
No, but what I'm trying to say is like it would be unfair to you if no listen, it would be unfair to you if I wasn't able to like do things for you.
Then stop complaining that there are women that want good things.
No, that's why I have to first reach a level where I can get those good things. That's when I can consider it. You get
Let her
it?
interject. She wants to say
Yeah.
something.
So I just realized Nisha is different. She's one of those few friends that I've got, and exactly reciprocate. Like you do something good for her, and she's going to continue. You know.
You get it?
But like in Nancy, some other
Is it
girl-
really
no, no,
different?
Nancy
Some
Nisha
girls
for us is
like,
different.
some
That's
girls
true.
like to be served.
Exactly.
That's why she's trying to
And it's not, I'm not saying that I want those.
You
Oh, like that's what he's
Oh.
doing.
No, I don't want
I've
someone.
met most of those.
Paul.
Yeah, that's what I've seen.
Paul,
Yeah.
your priority, I'm telling you, you will not date a girl like Nisha. Facts. Paul,
That-
let me tell you one thing about you. Let me tell you one thing about you. The thing I know about you. No offense. Even if she has the ability, you'd want her to let you do more than she can. That's just who you are. You're one of those guys that would like that. Even if she can. Okay, of course on Valentine's, but like week in week out, you be the one to take her to date nights. You be the one. That is the guy you are. And there's nothing wrong with that. You know? I feel like it's just that for me, I feel like I'm not saying that it should be equal because I don't think equality is really possible.
Exactly.
Yeah.
But let's try to achieve
Nothing
equity.
wrong.
Because let me tell you one thing. You know these things where like she cooks. I mean one day like come back early from work and cook for her. Like once a week.
That's
Or twice a
right
week.
there.
I'm gonna put my
No, that's
that kind
just
of
different.
relationship.
And the thing about this is there's no such thing as I am better or he is better. Everyone has a different way of approaching it, and that's where the problem is going to come. I just think that method just doesn't work for me. Sorry.
But what is more real and what happens more?
What is
in
real?
relationships? You get?
You talk, you can't tell me, you guys, there are bills to be paid. Okay, there's stuff to be done, the cars need servicing, the clothes, maybe the kids are sick, the clothes need washing, this and this. there's always the implication of like if it's something to do with home, let the wife watch. But that can't be it. There are times whereby she'll call you and she's like, babe, could you please take the kids to the hospital? I'm a bit busy, but
Would you go buy
just
groceries?
you get. That's where the in between is. You get. Hey, those small
Okay, now that I don't get, like, how is that? Those things are not.
You know, there's in a previous podcast, Paul described it as like if both the guy and the girl are earning substantial like 6 figures, like 6 good figures.
Yes.
He wants, like, if they can all afford, like, one person alone can afford to do everything in the house and still have surplus. Like, if they're both that financially free, he would prefer that her money is hers. That is what he described it as.
You're just being a sweetheart, but I want you to have an open mind to, you're going to London now,
You
girls
see,
that
she should speak like this. She has called me a sweetheart. What you say? You broke it. You what?
Those are jokes. But
Okay,
you know what you're
yeah,
saying. I give it up.
What is wrong? No, you
You
that's
have
even
an
worse.
open mind to like all kinds of relationships. You're going to land on girls that want to be the ones that are taken care of, even if they have the money.
Those are positive.
Yeah, and they're not exactly
No, but
bad.
it's not that I want it.
Don't do
That's not my type.
Mama,
I don't even have a type.
Oh my God.
You have a type?
No, my type would be someone who is willing to communicate. Someone who shares.
But I've just realized that the communication is so key. But from personal experience, it goes both ways because damn girls don't communicate.
That's true.
Because I
Mental.
was feeling you.
It is so mental how
Women
girls
are-
can, like,
Are you okay? Yes.
like, no, like, bro, she's mad at something you have no idea,
Yeah,
and
right.
she wants you to read her mind. If you know gender, you guys, I'm sorry, I just like,
Yeah, but
No,
like,
that's
that's
what I'm saying.
what
Explain yourself.
for me actually, I think that is also my key. If you can't communicate, like, bro,
No, but
Well,
have you
I'm-
ever realized guys have a very unemotional, like for example, I tell you, oh my goodness, do you know all my makeup stuff got lost today? That's the way you're going to look at it as such a stupid reason.
depends on the man. I think it depends on the man. Because for me, I think I don't even want to hear about it. I probably don't understand. Because if she asks me what did I do today, man, me and the boys played FIFA. I scored like 6 goals. She probably doesn't understand at all, but she'll be enthusiastic about it. And I feel like if you're in a relationship, you should be enthusiastic about the little, seemingly meaningless things that she's doing, because that's what relationships are. Getting to know yourselves, even if, bro, I have no idea what makeup is. I really, I
Okay,
don't understand
just
half
know
the time.
things that tick off chicks are very, very, and you're going to find very few chicks who are strong-hearted and like, such small things don't really
when you guys
bother
go
them.
together, it gets a bit easier.
Yeah.
It might not get better,
Yeah.
but it gets a bit.
Yeah, once
You can
once
just
you
get
start
today.
understanding each
Okay, if
other.
I do A, I know she'll want B, right? So you do B. Even now she'll know, oh my God, I've pissed him off. Let me go cook him a plate. Let him put his console there. I don't want him to,
Exactly.
both of you now start understanding. I know my bitch is crazy, but
Yeah.
Me, I genuinely think that no matter how complicated it is, no matter how much emo the guy or girl has, or how tempered the man is, like, not, I don't mean physical temper, I mean like getting angry, and like, bro, I need space, I need to play video games. As long as you can communicate, as long as you can be like, I feel like there's this thing somewhere like relationships have like code words. Code words. Like a girl can be on her periods, and some girls have like really mental periods, like bad, and she gets moody and she's just sends code red.
Yeah.
And then you just know that in this situation, in the current,
Exactly.
she's going to be difficult. But it's not because she didn't love it, because she's going through shit. And also a guy, when he's having a shit day at work, his boy is basically code blue, and she's like, okay, change it. Difficult, not me.
exactly.
I just have to tolerate
Yeah.
communication. I feel like these
Yeah.
tiny things that no one wants to do. It's like, it's really a matter of, you know what, let's have code words. Like, this takes 1 minute to decide. But like people, that's why I say, people put efforts in the wrong things. Buy me flowers, buy me a PlayStation 5. Yeah, it's good. I'm going to use it, but when I'm using the PlayStation 5, I'm not thinking about you. Think about how good Ronaldo
Don't
is.
buy man the
So-
PlayStation.
I don't want it, it's okay. But communicate. Like, those are things that make the relationship stand. Materialistic things will go out. But as long as you have a core of communicating, I think you're good to go, in my opinion. All my shit is cliche, but that's okay.
Dream world. You and Nisha kind of dreamy people.
I swear, Nisha is the most realistic babe.
You guys,
saying.
you guys are still young in that state. But like, even dating,
But what's wrong with, I feel she that's my biggest problem with Paul. Every time I describe this stuff, it's like dream work. But what's wrong with dreams? I don't understand. Guys.
No, dreams are okay. Dreams are okay.
What's wrong with wanting Cinderella? What's wrong with wanting Shrek? If that's what you want, why should you compromise for what people think is status quo?
No, I'm not saying status quo.
Holding on to the pressure, like.
Me, I want Cinderella, I want Shrek. I'm sorry, that's what I want.
But
I want
it is, like what I'm saying, you guys have said all these things about how when a guy comes or a guy can go forward. All those, I'm not against those things. What the question was, the type of person a girl would go for. You get this? Nisha said for her, you say it doesn't really matter as long as the person communicates.
You'll find someone, and if there's something
does anything matter?
I used to be very picky about my trust.
So you don't care.
The reason why I'm compromising with you is because I was like you before.
No, but you honestly don't care. Anyone who falls into your life.
We've said it.
We're saying.
Anyone
I think you're saying we're generalizing.
Yeah.
No, that's not what we're saying. We're saying that. Okay, you see how? Let me give an example. Like, you know how guys like you look at a girl and it can be like that's a 10 to 10. Guys can be like that's a 7. Appearance was just mere appearance. The question you're asking us is for us, for certain people, is the appearance or these other nominal factors more important than these core values? Because would I pay attention? Listen. I see what he's doing. Would I choose a 10 who can't communicate?
Once you can let go over 10. Oh, wow. Anyway.
Would I choose a 10 who can't communicate, who I feel like does not understand me, and whose priorities are varied? Or would I choose a 7 appearance-wise, or 6 or whatever, who completely ticks off all the boxes? The question is, when we're 40, 50 years old, and that perfect figure, those symmetrical boobs have fallen, what am I going to be left with? 10 appearance? Looks fake. Core values don't. You understand?
That's the truth. Looks fake, core values don't. But the truth is, when people are going into relationships, they don't look for core values.
That's what we've just.
No. Okay. But communication, many people communicate. But what? No, you can get someone who communicates but looks good.
So you get God.
Exactly, that's what I'm saying.
No one is saying you don't get that. We're saying that if you are at a crossroads and that is what has come up your way, like, what are you going to do? You're going to choose the 10.
But like if it's someone else,
the problem.
I feel like you guys
You see what my problem is?
What?
That's why you see a lot of guys grown older. His wife was such a beautiful woman, he's no longer as attractive. Then you see him driving his G-Wagon past a V to look for younger girls that remind him of what he saw in the wife that he has now. That is a problem because the basis of their relationship was how smoking hot she was. Because now she's no longer that, he starts to look at all these other things that she isn't. And then instead of trying to figure it out, he'll run back to what he really wanted. Another smoking girl.
What do you guys mean by like? So the values, communication and
trust.
There are so many other values. Trust, honesty, yeah.
You know?
So
maturity, both emotionally and like you're willing to actually learn from it, be with that person. Because you know you might quarrel today, but that doesn't mean let's end it. You know? We can sit, we'll be like every Monday, we write in a paper and I'm like, Monday you did this, well how you tell me Tuesday I didn't do that.
Okay.
We make
you guys are good. That's the truth. You feel it? Like you're a good standard of women. You get it? But you have to agree that there are girls who are not looking for what you're looking for anyway.
Of course.
Not so.
Absolutely.
And
just
if you if
think about it.
You're too positive about your gender.
Now you think
I've never seen
about
someone
it. Now you think about it. A girl from high school right now. You know the picture is about campus. You get, I'm going to have my nails done. I should have a bag. There's a picture she really has for herself. You get. So the direction she's going to take is going to be different when she's 26 or when she's 27.
So
If you get what I'm saying, you have to go with it.
I know.
It's not something you
Guys,
just watch.
teach and
Exactly.
don't
Exactly. You
tricks.
guys, you get it. You have it one at a time.
No, but
the mistakes.
so
do,
when you
I
are
learn
when you are in like high school, those are the things that you would consider.
Uniform 6 first year.
No,
Well, those are
no,
things
I'm
you're
like,
considering.
no, I'm telling you
I'm
the
saying
time
you're
is right
different.
now. You get it.
You're different because you can't say at that time you used to care about those things. Did you used to care about those things at that time?
I'm looking for you had like. You know, right?
But honestly, because you can tell me that there are girls at campus who's that's their life, you get it? They look for guys who has money, who's going to pay for this, who's going to like yeah, that's really what's happening. But
With the guys or just with chicks?
no, with the guys,
Also.
it's very very rare for a guy to find like chicks who are like going to spend on a guy or what. Like it's very very rare. Like it's easier for girls than it is for boys. No, like what I'm saying is that, like
It's very hard to find
sugar daddies, it's easier to find.
It's very hard to find. It's easier to find.
No, not like that. Not like that. What I mean is, you're at campus, and then like you guys, there are guys playing for you. There are like it's easier for a girl to get things than it is for a guy to get things. That's the truth.
Also depends.
But we're giving a generalized
Yeah.
fact.
Okay, in general.
With
Yeah,
the luck, yes.
exactly. Yeah.
With the luck, chicks have more luck than.
Yeah, so that's what I'm saying. So most girls are looking for stability and
And
like
I
sustainability.
don't even think it's chicks or more. I think there are more old men who are looking at younger women.
At
than
younger
old
women.
who are looking at younger men.
At younger men. That's
Oh,
also
okay.
But the ratio of older women to
Most
older
older
men.
women, status quo, are usually like either if they're very successful, at least financially, they're either very goal oriented. That means they're focused on their
She's
priorities.
like-
I'm going to be the top of the game, or they're married. But they're more, unfortunately, for the male gender, there are more married men straying away than married women straying away.
That
And
is
that
true.
is also a generalized fact,
Yeah.
which is disappointing.
Yeah.
Be better, guys.
They will learn to get.
I don't know. I don't think my
Point
fingers
is
like
sarcasm.
went across properly. But
No,
the
but you
idea.
get-
I suppose.
The idea, the problem is we don't have a city girl here. We don't have a girl who wants. Unless you guys are like
No,
putting on like
you see the way you said it, it's like you're talking about like people in your age bracket.
Sure,
Or, like,
not just my age
that was
bracket,
not
but-
like the one thing because I'm speaking to you from like right now for
Well, we are,
Well, we
couples.
are. Yes, there are so many people that would want to have fun. Like me, I'm all about the party life and all. But there are people that are thinking, man, right now, if I don't get myself up, I know I'm going to get a nice man. You know, does that have to be nice for him to
See,
be?
you said it's nice, man.
No, like I can't. You're telling me I've put in so much work, right?
On myself.
On myself. I want to be able to provide for the person like this. I want to be able to get into the life very well. There's if I've met a person who has a different lifestyle, I would have to accord to it at a point to get. If he's telling me, but we have meetings,
But he would also have to
dinner,
accord to your
to your
lifestyle.
exactly two-way. You get. Accord
I
to
suppose,
my-
I suppose that first we're running out of time, so we should conclude. But I feel like this argument is going to come down to, are we speaking in a general sense or are we speaking in a personalized sense? Because there are so many high value men, high value women, and then there's so many submissive men, submissive women, alpha men, like alpha in the sense that they want to be the sole provider. Then there are women who are okay with being the sole receiver. Then there are women who literally want to be the sole provider, very little majority. Then there are the middle. There are those guys who genuinely believe that love should be a mutual understanding. And I suppose that's the argument. So guys, pick out what you want and hopefully you're happy.
So has been Don't At Me, hosted by, say your name,
Manzi.
and Paul, with our lovely guests.
Nisha Kapunda.
Arina Msime.
Yeah.
I'm sure this is the day after my birthday, so.
I mean, Joel, we're actually supposed to tell you what, but Joel has not.
No, the podcast. No.
What else?
No,
No.
okay, that's beginning. It's beginning.
Liquor, probably. Yeah.
Please no.
Anyway, so see you guys next time. Do all those things like, comment, subscribe,
And
Yeah.
Shaka, thank you for always being the man behind the camera. We love you. Paul would say, I love you, Shaka.
You're my guy. Anyway, Kali,